Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Glow Up Guide podcast. So, today's episode is all about our summer bucket list for this upcoming summer season. I'm pretty sure the first day of summer was like June 21st or something close to that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the first day of summer. All these episodes are coming out 2 or 3 weeks later than I wanted them to, so kind of late with the bucket list. So sorry about that. It is currently July 1st, July 2nd by the time y'all are listening to this. But better late than never, so yeah. Anyways, in case y'all haven't thought about your bucket list or something, perfect timing, um, but yeah, it's never too late to start to decide having fun, and it is never too late to decide that you want to make the summer a blast. It's never too late to decide that you want to live your life to the fullest this summer. It's always a good time to do that. I'm just gonna be talking about some stuff that you can do this summer and a couple fun things you can try out to just make memories and have fun, because that's the goal. I mean, you don't have to specifically do any of these things, but the goal is to just like inspire you almost to like, maybe you decide to do nothing from this list, but you suddenly just get so inspired and you go make your own bucket list. That's the point. At least I've done my job. So that after listening to this episode, I definitely encourage you to get a piece of paper, get your nice pens out, and make a physical bucket list. That's what I'm going to be doing after this episode's recorded. I'm going to be getting my nice pens out because I got those as a gift, like, who knows how long ago. Perfect time to use them. They're a whole bunch of gel pens. And I'm just going to get a piece of paper and write out my bucket list physically. So yeah, and who knows, if there's any ideas that stand out to you and you're like, oh, I want to do that this summer, write them down somewhere on like a sticky note or something, and then put them in your bucket list when you're done listening to this. So yeah, do that. But this is just like guidelines almost. Anyways, so before we get started, podcast updates and life updates. So I have been super inconsistent with these episodes because I thought since summer started I would have more time to record podcast episodes. I have not. I have had literally no time to breathe. Even on the days where I haven't gone out, like I've been going out a lot, for whatever reason. Either with my friend, I've been going out with my friends like 3 times a week, and then doing stuff with my family the other days. So yeah, there's like 2 days a week where I'm home, 1 or 2 days a week where I'm home for the day and just doing nothing, and those are catch-up days for me. And I'm also running like really behind with the math course I'm taking over summer. The unit 6 and 7 were due on Sunday, this past Sunday, and I just finished unit 4 today. So I'm a little bit behind. Little bit might be an understatement, but I'm catching up, and I think I'm going to start to have a little more. I think I have a little more free time this week, so I'm going to start catching up with that. And only 1 unit a week is due after this for the rest of the summer. So if I just get my 2 units a week done, I'll probably be caught up within a few weeks. I just realized this course ends. I just realized summer's going by so fast. Oh my god. The deadline for this course is in a month. Goodness. So summer's not going by really fast, but I think I'm doing a great job of trying to live my summer to the fullest, regardless of all the not so pretty things I have to do. So yeah, but I'm gonna try and make the most out of this summer. And I also really need to start like thinking about high school this summer because I start high school in the fall, so I'm kind of scared about that. But I'm gonna start thinking about that pretty soon, probably within the next week. I'm gonna figure out something. I don't really know. Anyways, I'm just yapping about literally nothing. But going back to my original point, I have been really inconsistent with this podcast. I am pretty sure I posted an episode like 2 weeks ago or almost 2 weeks ago. So apologies for that, but I'm really trying to get back on it, and I'm really trying to work on writing more scripts and getting more content that I can publish. And I'm gonna try and actually get back on Instagram this summer, because I just like half quit Instagram. I don't really know. I never said I quit Instagram, but I haven't posted anything in I don't even know how long. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, so I'm really gonna try and get back on track with this podcast because I really need to. I am insanely behind on life in general. So yeah, sorry about that. And anyway, so I'm at like 13,000. I wish I was at 13,000 plays and downloads. I'm at 1,350 plays and downloads, and my goal is to get to 1,500. I'm really hoping by the end of the summer. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but yeah. So please rate, review, follow, share this podcast. Share this podcast with everyone. Everyone deserves to better their lives and better themselves. And that is the point of this podcast. So definitely share it with everyone you care about, everyone you know. And yeah, my goal is just to get to 1,500 plays by the end of this summer. So I'm really hoping that I can make that happen. But I can't make that happen without you guys. So help a girl out, Anyways, so that's my goal by the end of the summer. Anyways, so life updates. a lot of shit has happened. A lot of shit has been happening. So my track season ended the weekend before the last weekend. The weekend before this past weekend. Yeah, if that makes any sense. So my track season ended. That was my last track meet. It was absolutely terrible. I was suffering for like 6 hours or something in the blazing heat. It was insanely hot, and we were intense, and everyone was just like collapsed and dead. For the sprinters though, like the short and fast races, that was fine. But like for the distance races, which is me, I died. I did so bad, and I'm pretty sure 90% of that was because of the heat. But I tried. Anyways, so track ended, and then I got boba with my friends a while, like Friday before last, or last Friday? No, not last Friday. Friday before last. Yep. And then what else happened? I did a volunteer shift with my friend at a local community kitchen, so that was actually pretty fun. And then we went shopping after that. I also went bowling with my family last Monday, so that was pretty fun. I won one of the games. I got 125 points, which is pretty good for me. Considering I'm not the best at bowling because, yeah, there's a reason I run. I can't throw things at all. So, yeah. Anyways, and then I've been going to the mall a bunch, actually. I'm pretty sure I've been to the mall 5 times this summer already. Once with my friends, and then the rest of them were with, like, my mom. Um, so it was fun, but I'm pretty sure my mom's gonna kill me if I end up going to a mall one more time for like the next month or something. So yeah. Anyways, that's that. What else? There was my friend's younger brother's birthday party this past Saturday, so that was actually pretty fun. It was really really hot, but it was not fun. So yeah, and then I also went to the pool for the first time past Saturday, this past Sunday, so a few days ago, and it was a lot of fun. Even the pool water's warm. That's just how bad the heat is here right now. I don't think I can really be complaining though, considering there's countries where like you can put a pan outside or like cook your eggs outside. I don't know. So yeah, but the heat's been cooling down a little bit and the humidity's been coming down a little bit. There's just been so much rain though. The weather is actually like insane. Like it's bright and sunny and feels like 110 degrees one day and then downpouring the next day. Today was one of the downpour days. It was actually like really hot in the morning and then started raining like crazy, and it's like it started getting dark at like 6. I don't know. It just felt really dark outside because of the rain and the clouds and whatnot. Um, so yeah, anyways, I have just been rambling about nothing for who knows how long. So we're just gonna move on. Okay. One thing we're grateful for, one thing we're happy about, plus our book of the week. Okay, so one thing I'm grateful for is let's see, the rain, honestly, because it's always gonna be like super hot, and then the heat is gonna cause some rain, but the rain is actually what cools it down for the next few days a little bit, and then it starts to get hot, and the same cycle keeps repeating. That's how the past 3 weeks of weather have been. So I'm really grateful for the rain because that means it's gonna be a little bit cooler. And also, I have really been starting to like running in the rain. Um, I don't even I don't know if this was last week or the week before. Pretty sure it was the week before last, but I just go all my runs were in the rain for like that entire week. I was just running in the rain, and I was just like, well, I'm not gonna skip a week of running because cross country training. So yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna run in the rain. Screw it. And now I actually like running in the rain. Um, emphasize the wrong word. Anyways, now I actually like running in the rain, and it's pretty fun. So I'm grateful for the rain. Can't believe I'm saying that, but I am. And then what else? One thing I'm happy about is the fact that I went to the pool on Sunday. That just made me so happy. It's such a small thing, but it just made me so happy because the pool has been open for literally a month, and I haven't been until Sunday, which is kind of depressing because my goal is to go to the pool like once a week in the summer. I think I'm going in it tomorrow with my friend. I don't really know, but yeah. So that's one thing I'm happy about. And then I actually have a book of the week this week. I don't think I've had a book of the week for the last few weeks, but I'm currently reading The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin. I was trying to read this book a while ago, but then I forgot about it, and then I saw this book at a book sale, and I'm like, it's $1. I have to get it because it's a paperback. And I'm like, I have to get it because I want to read this book. It seemed interesting. So it's about. I have recommended a few books by Gretchen Rubin. She actually is a really good author, so I definitely recommend you read. I'm pretty sure I've recommended Better Than Before and The Four Tendencies. Those are both really great books. So I definitely recommend you read those. Anyway, so the back cover of The Happiness Project. Gretchen Rubin had an epiphany one rainy afternoon in the unlikeliest of places, a city bus. The days are long, but the years are short, she realized. Time is passing, and I'm not focusing enough on the things that really matter. In that moment, she decided to dedicate a year to her happiness project. In this lively and compelling account, Rubin chronicles her adventures during the 12 months she spent test driving the wisdom of the ages, current scientific research, and lessons from popular culture about how to be happier. Among other things, she found that novelty and challenge are powerful sources of happiness, that money can help buy happiness when spent wisely, that outer order contributes to inner calm, and that the very smallest of changes can make the biggest difference. So yeah, I'm like fifth a fifth of the way done with the book, and it's really good so far. I'm definitely gonna finish it. So yeah, definitely recommend you read that. Anyways, so it's been almost 11 minutes. I'm gonna actually move on. So, getting right into the bucket list. First one is to plan and go on a trip. This is kind of an obvious one, but because obviously like summer's all about the vacations and the trips and whatnot. But if you haven't thought about taking a vacation or thought about it but like shut the idea out, definitely consider going on a trip to literally anywhere. Maybe go to Europe or Miami or Australia. There are so many places in the world that you can explore. Plan the big trips, you know? You will always be searching for the so-called right time to make big things happen, but the truth is there is no true right time for things like huge trips. So just do it now because now is the right time. Trust me when I say that. If you think you have the means of going on any sort of trip, do it because I know these larger trips can be really expensive and require a lot of planning. But if you have the time to plan a trip, if you have the money to go on a trip, do it. Okay, the memories you make on these vacations are so worth the effort you put in, and it's something that's gonna stick with you for the rest of your life. These are the kinds of things you're gonna look back on when you're 80 and wrinkly and can't really do anything. It can barely move. Anyways, so go online, book the flights, make the calls, plan the packing list. Just do it. And if you can't go on a big trip, do a small weekend trip somewhere that you can drive to. Maybe a beach is a few hours drive away. Great, plan to spend the weekend there. Something like that. It doesn't have to be big for it to be fun. It doesn't have to be super expensive for it to be fun. It's about the memories, and honestly, it doesn't really matter where you go as long as you choose to have fun and be open minded about it. It can be a really small dingy trip, well, maybe not dingy, but you can see it as like the most amazing thing ever because you're choosing to have fun with what you do. Next up on the list is going to the pool. I remember 2 summers ago, I was going to the pool like 3 or 4 times a week. Last summer, I went to the pool I think 4 times the entire summer. That was kind of depressing, but now my goal is to go to the pool once or twice a week, and I'm pretty sure I can do that. But going to the pool is always so much fun, and swimming is great exercise and a good way to cool off in the summer. Grab a friend and go to the pool, get a tan if that's your thing. You know, when your skin is wet, it's more hydrated, and that makes it easier to tan. Make a whole thing out of it. I'll only go to the pool if I can go with my friends because otherwise there's no point. But definitely go to the pool whenever you can. Number three is having a picnic with your friends or just go solo if that's your thing. Picnics are so much fun though, and summer is the perfect time to have a picnic if it's something you've been thinking about, or if even if the idea just struck you. Me and my friends used to have picnics all the time in my old neighborhood, and it was always so much fun. Kind of miss that, but make some food or ask everyone to bring some food. Grab a blanket, some friends, and maybe you can just get like a frisbee or a football to throw around for fun and have yourself a super fun picnic. Just get outside as much as you possibly can this season and truly enjoy the summer season. That's what I'm trying to do. Minus the heat waves. Well, actually, even in the heat waves, I've been going out a lot, like outside specifically. I'm trying to spend a lot of time outside because I don't know. This reminds me of a reel I saw on Instagram a while ago, and it was like, I'm an outsidey girl, not an outdoorsy girl, and I think that describes me perfectly well. Like, I love going outside just when the weather is good, and there better not be bugs. There better not be bugs getting in my eye. Okay, like that's me. So yeah. Anyways, next up on our summer bucket list is doing sunscreen tattoos or sun tattoos. I've been wanting to do one of these for a really long time, and I never. Damn it! I should have done it on Saturday. I was outside for like a really long time, and I really could have gotten a good tan on that tattoo. So anyways, honestly, I just forgot about it. For those of you who have absolutely no clue what I'm talking about, a sunscreen tattoo is when you apply some sunscreen in like the shape of something, a heart somewhere on you, like maybe on your leg or your wrist, and you don't like rub the sunscreen in, and then you let yourself get like super tan. And then remove the sunscreen, like wipe it off. The lighter part of your skin forms a cute tattoo. You could also do this with like stickers. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, or tape. Tape would actually work really well. Um, I think I can actually go in the water if I do tape. Like maybe not. I don't think clear tape would work, but like darker tape. I'm gonna try that out the next time I go to the pool. I'm gonna try that out tomorrow. So try it out for fun because why the heck not? You only live once. Camping is another great option for an outdoor activity. I have never been camping, and my mom and brother would never go for it. So that's another thing I'm gonna have to do when I'm older. Camping sounds like so much fun though. Go with your family or friends, and even if it's just in someone's backyard, glamping is another option, and that's a fun idea. A fun idea is if you choose to camp in your backyard, you can like set up a screen and a projector, and that way you can watch a movie in like the tent and have a whole thing. Next thing, go to a drive-in movie theater. This is something I really want to do with my friends when I'm older because it sounds like so much fun. But if there is a drive-in movie theater near you, round up some friends or family and go. This actually sounds like so much fun. You can spend some time making the trunk of a car all comfy and cozy with some blankets and pillows, but not too many because it's still summer, it's still insanely hot. You can also go to like a convenience store beforehand or like on the way and you can buy a whole bunch of snacks and like have them. So yeah, next thing, attend some local events near you. There's this place about 10 minutes away that does this carnival in the summer, and I went last year and the year before. There's one session in June and one in August, and it's always so much fun. I might go in August this year. I don't really know. It really depends on like the heat waves because it's not fun when it's excessive heat. I've done that before. It is not fun at all when you are sweating your ass off in a line for a ride. Okay, not fun. So yeah, just watching the heat waves, but there's like rides and games and food, even though the only thing I get at like these things is ice cream. Just go on Google and search up fun events near me, or like go on social media and search up fun events in this area, and actually like go attend them. Like get the tickets, do that, do this, whatever needs to be done. Just find something that interests you and go. These events are always so much fun, and there's also tons of free ones if you're not looking to spend a whole bunch of money on them. Go and watch the sunrise or do like a sunrise run or swim or just chill in a field with your blanket or whatever. You can get really cute pictures in the sunrise. This one is one that I really want to do, but I can never wake up that early. But if waking up early is your thing, go and watch the sunrise. It's really pretty and it's so much fun. Get your sister or your friends or your family or partner or just someone, or even if you're going by yourself, great. Make the plans though. But don't tell yourself you're gonna do all these things because the summer goes by insanely fast. That is my goal with summer. I'm like, if someone texts about a plan, I'm like, okay, guys, we are actually doing it. We are not gonna let ourselves just talk about it and forget about it because that's just boring. Like, yeah. June is already like over. Okay, it feels like January was yesterday. Heck, not even June. So do it now because you only live once. Anyways, next thing, go to a pick your own farm. This one is always so much fun. I love going to pick your own farms, but I haven't gone there in a long time. Probably been like 2 years. Berries are everywhere in the summer though. Strawberries and blueberries and raspberries. Cherries are also pretty good in summer, I think. And some flowers are there in certain pick your own farms. Just search up like pick your own farms near me and you're gonna find something. You can also like bake or make some food with the fruit or whatever afterwards. Just make a whole day out of it. Starting a summer scrapbook or like a junk journal, memory journal. I did like a summer slideshow last year on Canva and it was so much fun. I didn't have a phone last summer, so there weren't that many photos though. This year I have a phone and I've been taking tons of photos for this purpose. Document your summer so you can actually look back on it last week or something. I looked back on my summer slideshow and I was just like, you know what, why not? It might be fun. And it was so fun to like look back on the memories I made last summer. I had to think about it because even though there weren't photos of those things in the scrapbook, I remembered things I did last summer because I just do. They just stuck. So take a whole bunch of photos and put them in a slideshow or a scrapbook or like a junk journal, memory journal. This year I'm hoping to do a scrapbook or like a memory journal or something. I need to pull that together like ASAP though. Really fun to do though. Go to a concert or some sort of like local music event, music festivals, music, something. Always fun. I have a bunch of friends who are going to concerts this summer, and that's something I really want love to do. I really want to see Tate McRae at some point because literally my favorite singer. Try to get tickets to a concert this summer because why the heck not? Or just like search up local concerts or music festivals near you, and you'll probably find something. And a lot of the times, these music festivals are free, so that's an added plus. Next up, I don't even know what number we're on, but going to a farmer's market. Farmer's markets are great. I love buying blueberries at farmer's markets specifically. They're always super good. Just search up like farmer's markets near me and you will find tons of them. Cheese is also actually really good from farmer's markets. It's really expensive though, but nothing is cheap these days, so I don't think it really matters. This is something you should do at least once this summer though because it's tons of fun. Next thing, going on a really long bike ride. You could do this with someone if you want to, but I would definitely prefer to do this alone. Bike rides are so much fun and they're a great way to get outdoors in the summer season. You can go ride your bike to go get ice cream. That's a great option. I love ice cream. It's actually been so long since I've been on a bike ride though. I think it's literally been like 2 freaking years. So that's yet another thing I really need to get on top of this summer. Riding your bike is another great form of exercise too. There's lots of pros to going on a bike ride. Bowling. I did this last Monday with my family and it was so much fun. I won 1 out of 3 games and the other two I bowled the ball. And it was doing exactly where I wanted the ball to go until it was 2 feet away from the pins and then it kept curving completely to the left. I have no idea why. That was random and unwelcome, but that's what happened. But bowling is such a fun thing to do with your friends or family if you have the right people. I love going bowling. Bowling is kind of expensive, but there's normally deals going on like literally every single day of the week, so that makes it better and easier. Another super simple but fun thing to do this summer is making popsicles. I love making popsicles. I keep losing the stupid molds though. Every damn summer I have to buy a new popsicle mold. You can make popsicles out of literally anything. Sodas or like those liquid ice pops that you have to freeze, orange juice, literally any drink can be a popsicle. I used to make them out of Fanta or Coke because I like those. Another option is to make slushies. This is another fun one, but a lot more work and kind of time consuming, but it's so worth it. Just search up how to make a slushie and you'll probably find something. Have a beach day. If you can't do a whole beach trip or beach vacation, do a beach day. This is a great alternative. If you do live near a beach, do like a day trip. Day trips are so much fun. I love going to the beach, and I would go to beaches all the freaking time during the summer before COVID. And then COVID happened, and my family stopped all the trips. Have never picked that up again. I don't know why. But if you live just a few hours away from a beach, pack your bags and do a beach day. Just do it. Day trips are so easy and affordable, something literally anyone can do. Kind of connecting to the last thing, do a staycation. Another alternative to doing a full out trip or vacation. For those of you who have never heard of a staycation, basically you just stay near to home and your living space essentially becomes like a hotel. Plan a series of day trips to local attractions and go to them, anything within a few hours drive. Basically being a tourist in your own area. Just make a list of places that are a few hours away from you and plan a day trip to them. Not super hard and it's a lot more affordable than going to Europe or something like that. Run a 5K or 10K or half marathon, or heck, even a whole marathon if you're feeling bold. Maybe get into running this summer if that's something that interests you. I'm actually running a 5K this Friday for Independence Day, and I'm going to do a 10K sometime in August. Like, I just started a training plan for a 10K, I think, last week. Yeah, a few days ago, not last week, like Saturday. I started my 5K, 10K training plan, so that's going decently so far. Yeah, but I love to run, and you might too. 5K is actually a great place to start. It's just 3 miles, so yeah. And a marathon is something I hope to do at some point in my life. Just search up like 5K races or half marathon races near me, and you're probably gonna find something. Great way to raise money for charity too. I ran a 5K last November, and I'm really excited to do it again. Summer is a great running season most of the time, as long as it's not a heat wave. The heat is usually helpful. Um, yeah. Anyways, next thing, volunteering summer. This is something I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of this summer. I'm volunteering at the local library once a week the second half of summer, and then like starting in the middle of July. And I'm also trying to volunteer at the community kitchen near me this summer with one of my friends at least once a week. Volunteering is a great thing to do with your free time though. Nothing feels better than knowing you helped someone that day, even if it was the most minor thing ever. You probably did help someone by volunteering. There are tons of places like soup kitchens and animal shelters that rely almost entirely on volunteers and donations. So help out with your free time instead of just scrolling. Make ice cream in a bag. I love making ice cream in a bag. It's a good bit of work and a great arm workout, but so worth it. All you need are some Ziplocs, milk, heavy whipping cream, a crap ton of ice and salt. I don't know why. You can also add like chocolate syrup, like Hershey syrup, which is what I do to get like chocolate ice cream. Add some Hershey syrup on top of your ice cream to make it even more chocolatey, like because you can never have too much chocolate, um, especially with ice cream. Like my dad doesn't get it. Actually, no one gets it, but I have a chocolate obsession. I think I have a dangerous chocolate obsession. Like every time we get ice cream, I'm always like, "Ooh, can we do like Hershey syrup and chocolate chips or something, or like brownie bites?" And my dad's like, "You just got chocolate ice cream too. What's the point of all the chocolate?" I'm like, "You don't get it. There's no such thing as too much chocolate." Anyways, so I've been rambling. There are tons of recipes online for like ice cream in a bag, but just find one that looks good to you and try it out. Shake the bag for about 5 minutes longer than it tells you to, though. That makes it turn out a whole lot better. That's just something I've observed because I made this a whole bunch of times. Next thing, make some s'mores. You can have some friends over for like a fire night and you can make some s'mores. This is always so much fun. I remember a few years ago when me and my younger brother went to like this event at the library and we made like these solar s'more ovens. It was so much fun. We made s'mores for my friend's birthday party actually last month. I love s'mores. If all fire options fail, try out the stove. If that also doesn't work for whatever reason, microwave time. They still turn out great though because I've tried out both. Do an at-home spa day. These are so much fun and a great way to spend a day or most of it when you have absolutely nothing to do in the summertime. Just grab a face mask or two and a lip mask and do all the girly things and beauty treatments. You can go and book nail appointments and hair appointments and tanning appointments if you want and make a whole day out of it, or just do all that stuff at home. You can paint your nails and experiment with some nail art for fun. Face mask, nail, not nail mask, well, um, spray tans. There's stuff like that. You can search up like designs on Pinterest and on the internet for your nails. YouTube tutorials also exist. Do some face masks and lip masks, everything showers, all that can be done at home for a fraction of the cost. Make pizza from scratch. This is always so much fun and it takes a really long time, but it's a great thing to do on a random weekday night where you have a few hours to spare. Making homemade pizza isn't hard, it's just time consuming, and every time I try to cook or bake something always goes wrong and it takes an extra hour and a half to make for whatever reason. There are a whole bunch of amazing recipes for homemade pizza out there though, so definitely try it out over summer. Try out a new restaurant. This one is a fun one to do with your friends or family. Just search up something, or maybe there's a restaurant you've been wanting to try out but just haven't so far. Go there this summer and try it out. Maybe it's a place you saw on social media near you. Do it now. You only live once, or if it's kind of far away, just set aside a few hours and go anyways. You can also do this one as like a solo date idea. Going to restaurants is a great solo date idea, actually. Food is healing. I'm convinced, and no one can tell me otherwise. Create a summer playlist, or 10 of them. Music genuinely just makes everything so much better in life, and music is healing. So create a new summer playlist with a whole bunch of summery songs and listen to it whenever you need some music this summer. Create a road trip playlist, beach playlist, pool playlist, getting ready playlist. Create playlists for literally everything because music is such a great way to romanticize your life, not just this summer, but any season, anytime. Making playlists is also so much fun anyways. It's a good way to occupy a bit of time. Learn a new sport. Summer is the time to be outside, so learn a new sport while you're at it. For me, I have running, and one of my friends and me are hopefully going to play pickleball together over the summer. Pickleball and running are both great options, by the way, if you need a sport. But if there's a certain sport you've been wanting to try out, just do it. Bring a friend along or someone and just do it. Sports are a great way to get exercise and be outside and enjoy the amazing weather. Just be careful not to get super dehydrated, though, because I feel like that can happen really easily when you're outside for a long time in the summer. Watch a Netflix series or get into a new one or five this summer. I recently started watching Ginny and Georgia, so there's that. The new season of The Summer I Turned Pretty is also coming out this summer, I think in like July. And I'm pretty sure the second season of My Life with the Walter Boys is also coming out this summer, and I'm so freaking excited for both of those. So find a new show to watch because there are tons of amazing ones on Netflix or really any streaming service. Great way to occupy time as well. Make lemonade, a summer classic. Making lemonade is a great activity on a hot day, and I love homemade lemonade. It takes forever, as always. One time I got lemon juice in my eye and discovered a cut that was apparently there. That was really depressing, but lemonade is still great. Be careful not to get it in your eye though, because it hurts like crap. There are recipes online or just wing it like I do. I have been winging it for so long and my lemonade turned out pretty darn good, so there's that. Get into baking. I really want to learn how to bake bread this summer because one time I did bake bread, it turned out really bad and it became hard as a literal rock the next day, even though I stored it right. I slammed it full force on the marble countertop and it was still intact. The bread was that solid. But I really want to learn how to bake bread this summer because I love baking, and also bread is getting too expensive these days. Plus, there's a bread maker my mom bought that I need to learn how to operate apparently. So it sounded fun. So why the heck not? Go to a water park. This one is so much fun. I went to Great Wolf Lodge in Maryland last summer, and it was so fun. I went for 2 nights and 3 days, and I love that place. I went to the one in Williamsburg the year before. But going to a water park is so much fun, and it's a great way to spend a day, or you could do like a whole vacation like I did. You could do a day trip to one close by. I know there's a couple tiny water parks near me that I could do a day trip to if I wanted to. Or you can do a vacation to a larger one or a bit further away like I did. Water parks are amazing in the summer though, and it's a great thing to do with your friends and family. Start a business venture. I'm actually planning on starting an Etsy store over the summer. I decided today. I did a whole bunch of research this morning actually. So I'll let you know how that's going later. I'm giving myself like 3 weeks to research and prepare and like do stuff, come up with products, and then I'm gonna actually open the Etsy store in 3 weeks. So yeah. Um and like I'm gonna try and keep up with it through high school because It's to make money because if I want to go to university out of state, I need to start saving now. I was looking at out of state university costs the other day, and I think I'm absolutely fucked, but I'm gonna make it happen. I am extremely determined to make it happen. So yeah, I'm gonna start saving like now. It also looks good on a college application, especially because I'm planning to study something to do with business and that stuff in college. But it's a good way to make money, and it's a great way to spend time because business ventures are time consuming. Go on a shopping trip and buy some new clothes for the summer season. Clothes are important in the summer, and I recently bought a whole bunch of t-shirts for the season because I have tons of t-shirts, sure, but they all look good with my jeans or leggings, but I have about 3 that actually look good with my shorts, so I had to buy a bunch of t-shirts, but it was worth it and a fun process. I feel like I need new clothes just about every season, but whatever. You can go on Pinterest and find some cute outfit info beforehand and save it to a board and like look at that for inspiration while shopping. Get boba. This is a great one. If you have never tried boba before, then it's something I definitely recommend doing this summer. I live about a 10-minute walk away from a really good boba place, and I can't believe the first time I went there was last summer. I've lived here for almost 4 years now. I think I have a boba obsession now because like every time I have a chance to get boba, I'm like, I'm getting boba. But I don't get it too often because there's a ton of sugar in it. But it's a great thing to do with your friends or someone though. I think I'm actually getting boba like tomorrow. I don't know. Go to one of those paint your own pottery places. I did this for my 14th birthday and it was so much fun. Just search up like paint your own pottery near me and you'll probably find something. This one is fun to do with your mom or sister or friend or really anyone. Or alone if you want to. Solo date thing. Um, Painting pottery or really anything creative is so much fun and not super expensive. There is this pottery place near me that does paint your own pottery for I think it's $12 per person to use the glazes and materials and whatnot, plus the cost of whatever you choose to paint, so it's not too bad. Visit a national park. This is a great one for my outdoorsy people out there listening. National parks are a great place to do a day trip to. They're also great for beautiful hikes. So, for the people that enjoy that, I went on a tiny hike once and absolutely hated it, and I will never be doing that again. But if that's your thing, then go for it, because why the heck not? Summer is the time to get outside and enjoy the sunshine and get a tan and do whatever you want to do outside. Another fun day trip idea is to go explore a nearby city, and bonus points if you do that on foot, because we were given feet to walk. So, use your dang feet and do some good. If you're just like, I'm super bored on a random day this summer, throw some food and your phone and maybe some money and whatnot into a bag, maybe especially the clothes. I don't really know, it's summer. Throw all that stuff into a bag and go and drive to the nearby city and explore it for a day. Bring on the main character energy and have some fun. Exploring new places is tons of fun and you can make some great memories doing this either by yourself or with people. Visit a botanical garden. I can't believe I didn't think of this one earlier, but it's so much fun. I love going to botanical gardens. I absolutely freaking love it. They are so much fun and absolutely beautiful, and you can get so many cute photos. I have so many amazing photos from my Dubai trip when I went to this botanical garden. It was so much fun. Someone stuck a flower crown in my hair though, and then it got stuck, so my dad kind of had to pay for it. But because I wasn't about to ruin my hair, other than that, it was super fun. Have a photo shoot with your friends. This one is so fun, and I love taking photos in general. I actually have an insane amount of photos from the summer. I could probably fill a whole album with them, and it's only been 3 weeks of summer or something. But yeah, that I kind of have a photo obsession. But taking photos is just so much fun. You and your friends can play around with different outfits and things like that. Have some props. Make it either a fashionista photo shoot with like the flowy dresses and flower fields, or a really silly one with a whole bunch of feather bows and wacky sunglasses. Just have fun with it. The results will turn out great regardless. Learn a new language. Learning a new language these days is actually so easy. It's like, why aren't you doing it already? There are tons of ways you can learn a new language, and learning a new language is a great skill to have in your back pocket for literally anything. Maybe there's somewhere foreign you want to visit this summer, start learning a language now. I've been learning Spanish on Duolingo for about 2 years or something, and I also took it in school this past year, so getting somewhere with Spanish. I can actually hold a pretty decent conversation in Spanish, but Duolingo is one way. There are free online courses you can take, online classes, plenty of apps that can help you learn a language. There's this thing called LingoPie. They do like TV shows in whatever language you want to learn. They only have a few languages though, so yeah, but that's still something you can check out. Start a garden. This one is a good one to do this summer. I mean, have you seen the food prices these days? It might be helpful to start a garden to help with that. It might be a little later in the season because most people start their gardens like the middle of spring or something, but it's never too late as long as you start like now. But starting a garden can be pretty fun and a good way to spend more time outside this season. Not my thing though. If you don't have a space to start a garden in, container gardens are the way to go. I had a container garden when I lived in the apartment and it was actually great. Host a game night with your friends or family. I know a lot of people try to get more into like hosting such events in the summer, so if that's your thing, go for it. bust out the games and have some family or friends over for a game night. You can do prizes and make it a whole competition if you want. Board games and card games are a lot of fun though, and it's a great way to make lasting memories in the summer. You can even buy like some tiny trophies online or something. That makes it all the more fun. And don't forget the food. Have a water balloon or water gun fight. I am convinced you can never get too old for this one. Water gun fights or water balloon fights are so much fun and they're a great way to cool off in the summer heat. This one is so much fun to do if you have like family over or if you and your friends are bored on a random day. Bunch of balloons are super easy and they're not super expensive. You can also get water guns from like the dollar store. They aren't exactly great quality, but they'll work. July 4th fireworks. Fireworks are amazing, and there are tons of July 4th festivals. They don't even have a lot of these are like even before or after July 4th, so you can go to that. And they probably have fireworks. I freaking love fireworks, and they make for pretty good photos. And if you live around the DC area or even kind of close to it, must do. You have to go to DC and see the fireworks. I used to live 15 minutes away from DC and would go there for July 4th every single freaking year. It was so much fun, and the fireworks were amazing. I have so many amazing photos and videos of those. It was insanely crowded though, and good luck finding parking. But a few years ago, the metro was free on July 4th because of all the people going to DC for fireworks. So we did that. That's an option. Okay, so that was all I had for this episode on like bucket list ideas. If you want more ideas, definitely check out the bucket list episodes from last year. There were a whole lot more ideas than that. Hope this helped you out a little bit. Don't forget to grab the nice pens and paper and make your own physical bucket list after this and hang it up where you will see it. Make sure you have a great summer this summer. To end our episode today, I have a quote for you guys from an unknown author, and I actually really love this one so much. It goes, "The goal is to die with memories, not dreams." Bye, guys. Make sure to rate, review, follow, and share this podcast. Drink some water. Please, please, please go follow me on Instagram at the Glow Up Guide Podcast. And I love you all.